Good day, everyone. My name is Pearl Ira Cinco, 20 years of age, a second-year college student from Mindanao State University at Naawan with a course of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in mathematics. During this pandemic, educational institution relies on the online resources for the distance learning. And today, I will be teaching you how to use some of the online resources using the Google Apps. So, let's start. So, let us discuss first what is online resources. Online resources is a peer-reviewed journals, web pages, forums, and blogs. Some other names for online sources are electronic sources, web sources, and internet sources. Online resources includes Google Apps because Google Applications has different applications, and one of it are Google Drive, Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms, Calendar, Groups, Sites, Hangouts, Blogger, and Google Classroom. So all of these are very useful for both teachers and students to enhance learning and to perform tasks well. So, these are the features of the apps that is connected to your Google account, and if you will use some of these apps, all notifications will appear in your Gmail account as message. So as you can see, they are all connected to Google. And now I will discuss to you first what is the uses of different Google apps so that you will know how to use them. First is the Gmail. Gmail is a free email service provided by Google. It can send and receive emails, block spam, create an address book, and perform other basic email tasks. Next is the Google Drive. Google Drive is a file storage and synchronization service developed by Google. It stores files in the cloud, synchronize files across devices, and share files. Google Drive, you can use Google Drive on your computer or mobile device to securely upload files and edit them online. Next is the Google Docs. Google Docs is an online word processor that lets you create and format documents and work with other people. So if you are a Google Docs user, you can import, create, edit, and update documents and spreadsheets in various fonts and file formats, combining text with formulas, lists, tables, and images. Next is the Google Sheets. Google Sheets allows users to edit, organize, and analyze different types of information. So it allows collaborations and multiple users can edit and format files in real time, and any changes made to the spreadsheet can be tracked by a revision history. Next is the Google Slides. Google Slides lets you create and format presentations and work with other people. So with Google Slides, you can build presentations right in your web browsers. No special software is required. And even better, multiple people can work on slides at the same time. You can see people's changes as they make them, and every change is automatically saved. Next is the Google Forms. Google Forms lets you collect information from people via personalized quizzes or surveys. Google Form is a web-based and can be shared with respondents by sending a link, emailing a message, or embedding it into a page or blog post. So data gathered using the form is typically stored in the spreadsheets. So during this pandemic, Google Forms are one of the easiest alternative ways in which teachers can use to create exams and quizzes for their students. Next is the Google Calendar. You can quickly schedule meetings and events and get reminders about upcoming activities so you always know what's next. Google Calendar is also a time management and scheduling tools created by Google. So it allows you to make appointments, organize your daily tasks, and more. Next is the Google Groups. Google Groups allows you to communicate with colleagues by sharing a common email address. So once a group has been created, you can use the group to set up chat rooms, invite all users to a Google Meet, and share documents for collaborations. So permissions are tied to the group rather than the individual members. Next is the Google Sites. It is a free website builder from Google, so you can create websites with collaborators by giving another Google user edit access. Next is the Google Hangouts or Chat. It is originally born out of Hangouts. Hangout Chat and Hangout Meets have now been rebranded as Google Chat and Google Meet and are coming full circle to replace Hangouts for consumers as well as companies. Next is the Google Blogger. Google Blogger is a free weblog service from Google that allows members to share text, photos, and videos. So the Blogger mobile app allows you to post, edit, save, and view your blog post. To post with the Blogger mobile app, you'll need to already have a Google account and a blog created from a computer. Next is Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is a free web-based platform that integrates your G Suite for Education account with all your G Suite services, including Google Docs, Gmail, and Google Calendar. So Classroom saves time and paper and make it easy to create classes, distribute assignments, communicate, and stay organized. Teachers can quickly see who has or hasn't completed the work and provide direct, real-time feedback and grades right in the classroom. So, I am now done discussing the different uses of the Google apps. So to get access to all of those applications, let us sign in to Google first in order for us to have personal access to Google Apps. And let's just click this icon. Okay, so we are going to click this icon button here, and we can see the different apps from Google. So here it is. Okay, for now, I will teach you on how to create a Google account first. Okay, so first, we will search for Google and create an account and click this icon, which is create a Google account. And then we will just have to fill the required information. And you put your name. Okay, you can put your first name here. So for example, your first name is Pearl, and you can input here your last name and then your username. So as you can see, the red word says that the username is already taken, so we'll try another username as long as it is connected to our name or easy for us to remember. Let's just try and try. Okay, so we'll try another one because according to the red fonts, your username must be between 6 and 30 characters. So it's all set. So next is we will create our password. So let us remember that we must have a strong password, at least 8 to 12 characters. So again, as you can see, the red word says we have to create password combining capital letters, numbers, and symbols to secure our account, and then just retype our password in confirmation box and click next. Then we can add a phone number so that if ever we forget our password, a code will be sent to our phone. Okay, so we will just put our birth date, and our gender. So there it is. If we click the icon send, automatically you will get a code and you already have your Google account. And now, since I already have a Google account, I will teach you where to find some of the apps that is connected to Google. Okay, so I already have my Google account here. So let's just click this icon and we can see the Google apps. Okay, so we'll just have to scroll down to see more apps from Google. So there are lots of Google apps here in which we can use for online learning, but we'll just discover some important Google apps for this tutorial. Okay, let's go back to that icon and we'll find Gmail. Okay, and there we can see our Gmail. Since we already have our Google account, we automatically have our Google account, and there we can see our messages and notifications from the other apps that is connected to our Gmail. Next is the Google Drive. Google Drive will be found here, so we will see our documents, anything that we did in the Google Docs, Google Slides, and pictures that we sent from our Google Classroom. So if we will go to our Google Classroom and our teachers or the students send a video and we will open it, Google automatically will be seen and save it in our Google Drive. So next is the Google Docs. It is the Word app in the Google app. We can type our documents here and we can attach pictures just like the apps. So there are lots of templates in the Google Docs, and if we want a blank document, we will just click those plus sign and here it goes. We can type what we want to type. Okay, so it will be automatically saved to Google Drive. Next is the Google Sheets. Google Sheets is the Excel in the Google app. So for those who did not know how to use this, if we are a teacher, we can list the names of our student here and check the attendance of students and their grades. So Excel can also be used as calculators, especially in long calculations of mathematics. Okay, so we can input here our student's name. Here and then it will automatically save to our drive. Next is the Google Slides. It is a PowerPoint in the Google apps like the PowerPoint. We can create here our presentations. So we can select templates here, or we can select a blank templates and create our own templates. So after creating Google Slides or PPT, our output will be saved in the Google Drive. Next is the Google Form. It is used by a teacher when creating an online quiz or test. To create Google Forms, we'll just have to select a template here and start creating the quiz. So after doing it, we can send it to our Google Classroom or to your student's Gmail account. Next is the Google Calendar. It helps us to make appointments, organize your daily tasks, and more. The time management tool works best for people who need to simplify and plan for their busy schedule. So as you can see, I posted there my class schedules so that I will be notified ahead of time. So these are my classes and these are my class schedules. Okay, since we do not have any Google Groups here in this icon, so we will search Google Groups in Google. Just click here. First, we will search the Google Groups app. Then we will click here and we can see which group we belong. You can also create your own groups and members, and you can also search your groups. So here we can see I don't have any groups yet, and if you want to create your own group, then you can enter your group info. Okay, so that is how to create a Google Groups, or how to use the Google Groups. So next, again, we will search Google Sites here on Google. Since we cannot see any Google Sites here in this icon, so we will search it. Okay, so how to use Google Sites? First, we will search the Google Sites app. Then, okay, so let's click here. At the top, under Start a New Site, you can select a template. And if you want a blank template, you can click this plus sign. Then you can edit your site. We can also add image to our Google site. Okay, so if you want to add your page title, and then if you're finished, at the right top here, you can click publish. So your Google site documents will be saved to Google Drive. So again, we will open this icon and we will found the Hangouts app since it can be found here. So let's just click this and scroll down. And here it is. So as you can see, Hangouts proceed to Google Chats and video calls is separated as a Google Meet. So here we will click this plus sign, then enter the Gmail account or the names of the person that we want to send our email. For example, this person is the one whom I'm sending. So we will start typing and then we can send it to the person as email. Okay, so again, we'll click this icon and scroll down and we can see the Google Classroom app. So Google Classroom allows you to create a unique class for every class that you teach. So this is my Google Classroom. These are my subjects here. So it can those are my to-do list. So these are all of my assignments. We can see the missing items in which we did not pass our assignments ahead of time.
So that ends my video tutorial on how to use the different apps in Google. Thanks for watching!